Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. You know what it is. Man, 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 man. Man. Man, 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 man. I don't know. I might have to drop the link for 2 people to come on tonight. Because didn't I tell these fools? Didn't I tell these fools? Didn't I tell these fools? Kenyatta, didn't I tell these fools? Whack on wood. Didn't I tell these fools? Tasha Rain, didn't I tell these fools? Dice, didn't I tell this fool? Michelle Frizzy, didn't I tell this dude, man? Nobody want to listen to Unc. Making sense. Is it making sense that I told these dudes, man? God. And I took the show down, right? I just put up the little clips where they wasn't talking about that anymore. But I told the dude, I tried to warn him, man. But you know what? You can't tell these young niggas nothing, man. You can't tell a young nigga nothing. They don't understand. This right here ain't called old nigga. This is called wisdom. When you get gray hair, that means you've been around long enough to see things a couple of times to kind of know what not to do. When you was young, your mother told you, Darnell, good looking. Thanks for the support, DJ. When you're young, your mother tell you stay away from the stove. It's hot. You get burnt a few times. You know when it's hot, not to touch it. No, these dudes still want to go. Like the pot ain't hot to them until they see the pot is on fire. But you can't tell these young niggas nothing. But this is why I learned from mistakes. 2 is out right now. Leave the streets. Leave the street mentality alone. Okay? In every aspect of leave the streets. Learn from mistake 2 is out right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dropping the jewels for these young niggas because they don't listen. You know what I mean? But I'm here. Choke no joke, you already know. Let's get the show started. The new album is out right now. Learn from mistakes on all digital platforms, iTunes, iHeart, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music. You name it, it's there. Get the album. Choke no joke, let's get into the show, baby. We're going to start it off like this with the new joint. Go. Let's go.
Yeah. TJ2, you know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey, yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh, really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes, though. Now listen. Broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. No matter hard or soft. Trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me. I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. You know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is mine. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mama's the one. There at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's a reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. They gonna tell you to put in work. Then they gonna give you a gun and tell you to kill someone who's already a op. They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. 3 hots in a cot, 20 flat to be down with the block. I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Now sit the fuck down and listen to me. Choke no joke. You already know. Y'all know I love that cooch. You know what this is. I love that cooch. Yeah. It's the A thing. Clean cooch. Let's go. Yo, what's up? My nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. Suck my nuts when I wake up. Got more than wood and I just bust one. In mahogany, I'm Ron Isley. Between the sheets, and she want to ski. And just shout with me with what I thought was pee. She rolled the D and her water broke B. Not pregnant, but baptized me. I'm down for more love, but change the sheet. She said, please, I want more. Next thing I know, mattress dripping the floor from her juices. Oral had me stoned, had a Corinne and Medusa in one. And when I look in her eyes, between her thighs, I tell you no lie, ain't shit won't buy. I rob and take it for me to taste it. Red Lobster, pussy, biscuit, freshly baked. Eat that coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her. I eat her coochie all night. She sprayed my face like Shook Sprite. I love her.
Choke no joke, you already know. I'm out right now. The new album's out. Cooch, you can find that on the Trey Bag on SoundCloud. Trey Bag. Trey Bag. That's what Take It Personal. And Chokes did on SoundCloud, those 3 joints. But Youngster, that's on a new album, produced by DJ Toom. You already know. The curator of trap music, DJ 2, produced that one, Youngster. All right. Shout out to everybody that hit me up that already got the album. I love you. You know what I'm saying? All you haters, keep hating. Y'all gonna see me on that billboard charting. Shout out to my man John over there at Hype TV, Hype Plus, Comedy Hype, whatever you know it as. Shout out to everybody in Eden Wall. You already know. That hit me up. They got the album. Shout out to my fellow Americans, Tasha Rain, and a few of y'all that hit me up, show me y'all got the album. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? But let me go live on my Instagram. What up, Instagram? I'm live on YouTube. Shout out to my man Paul. I ain't heard from Paul in a minute, but I know he's watching. Shout out to Paul. I got to check on Paul. Yeah. Choke no joke, truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday. All right. Choke no joke live. Sorry I'm late. I tried to take a nap and I did not set the alarm. You know, just working out twice a day and pushing myself to get more accomplished, by getting up earlier and working and, working out and then trying to be here at 7:00. I slipped already the second day. It's Tuesday. It won't happen tomorrow, but I forgot to set my alarm and I had my phone charging in a different room. The album's out on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. There's so many different Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, right, and other ByteDance stores, YouTube Music, Amazon, Pandora, Diesel, Tidal, iHeartRadio, Claro Musical, Savan, Boomplay, Angami, NetEase, Tencent, Kobus, Jorks, QWOC Media, Adapter, Flow, and MediaNet. All right. You got it? All those different platforms. That's where you can find my album at. So I got to change these, man. Who should I put up? You ever put up Wu-Tang? Bone Thugs? Yeah, I got to swap these out today. So Before I get to Fat Joe and TA the Legend, I want to get to these two because this right here is a little heartbreaking for me. I can't believe this lawsuit right here. Like this one is never. And when I say never, I never saw this ever happen. But it falls the lines of the story today. If you didn't hear about this, Misa, out of all people, Misa. It's like Allen Iverson saying practice. You talking about practice? You talking about Misa? Misa suing Mary J. Blige. Yo, I guarantee you, when Mary J. Blige got that lawsuit, if she didn't know it was coming, said, no, this be dead. I guarantee you that flew right out her mouth. No, this be dead. Let me tell you, man. I don't want to say Mary J. Blige made Misa's career. But between Mary J. Blige and Little Kim, man, she done got $5 million out of them two alone. And to see Misa suing Mary J. Blige, knowing that Mary J. Blige is going through tough times with having to pay Kendu and her divorce to the point where she can't chill this while you see her stay on tour, stay working, because she still got to pay the alimony. And I think that joint was like 40 bands a month. But for them two together, when I tell you these two been running like I will say they are friends, not business associates. They got past business associates. They might have even been more than friends. I ain't gonna go there. But yeah, they might have been more than just friends. Yo, that's bugging me out. I got footage of them together. Damn, where's the I don't want to start looking for footage because then y'all be sitting here waiting. But not these two, bro. That is yeah. So Misa Hilton is suing Mary J. Blige for $5 million, y'all. This is like Gail suing Oprah. I'm telling you, this is like Gail suing Oprah. I'm sure it's a lot of people that can't even believe this one. Misa suing Mary J. Blige. It's getting rough out here. I'm telling you, it's getting rough out here. It's getting rough out. I was just at the matter of fact, you know what? I keep forgetting I could pull up footage. Hold on. Listen, yo, I'll tell you, I would have never thought ever in life Misa would be suing Mary J. Blige, bro. Never. Look, here they are together right here. This is, bro. Come on, Misa. You saw it, Mary, and I'm gonna get into the reason why, but I just want y'all to see how close.
When this idea first came to us, Mrs. Shauna Ayers, Shauna Nicole, Shauna, give a shout out. And Nicole, you know, the first thing, when she talked to me about it, I was like, wow. And I think I called up Derek Lewis. Is Derek Lewis here? All right, Derek Lewis, Pepsi legend, is in the house. Shout out to Derek. First thing we talked about, we were like, no brainer. We call Adam Harder, the deal maker, the Pepsi deal maker.
Y'all see Misa right there? Y'all see Misa right there in the orange? This is how close she is to Mary. Like, they always together. Like, either Mary did something that really hurt Misa to her core that she had to go to the point of suing, or maybe Misa just need a bag, and this is a way to get a bag, or there's some ultimate betrayal between them. It could be, bro. Let me. Like, this girl is like damn near like a sister. Look at them. Look at them. This what, look at this right here. You see what I'm talking about? This is how God works. Look at them, bro. Look at them right there, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, unless you've been around as long as I've been around, D Brazy B, what up? Philly in the building, I see you. Unless you've been around as long as I've been around to know Misa and Mary J. Blige relationship, like I said, it goes beyond business. It is definitely a friendship, a sisterhood. They definitely got a bunch of secrets together, especially when it comes to this industry. Somebody say, are they lovers? They could have been. They could have been. I'm not saying they were. I'm not saying they wasn't. They could have been. But I'm telling you, I'm really blown away. I guarantee I'm not the only person that is blown away by this.
I'm gonna have to come to YouTube to see it, and I ain't even put the link in the bio. Oh, if you go on my stories, the link is in my stories. All right, DD, what up? Happy birthday! All right, let's get into this married footage, y'all. I'll spin the camera.
Pepsi is our official partner for the Strength of a Woman Festival. Chauncey, how you doing, brother? All right, thank you, KB. Hey, the queen is here. All right, hey, the queen is here, but I want to get to the queen in a second because I got a lot to say about this woman right here. But first and foremost, you know, we just have.
I'm not going to play that whole thing. It ain't even necessary, but we partied that night, all night. We danced with Mary. I danced with Misa. I got pictures and everything. But it was all good just a week ago. It was all good just a week ago. But let's go through this lawsuit. Mary J. Blige is being sued by longtime friend and stylist Misa Hilton over allegedly derailing Vato's career. Come on, bro. Y'all going to court for Vato. Vato wasn't hot since... How old is this, man? Come on, Vato... Last time he was relevant was when not Tierra. What's the big booty baby? Tahiri. To him and Tahiri was on couples therapy, and she socked him in the face with something. And he spazzed out and almost got Me Too'd. With old Joe Button's old work, Tahiri. I still like Tahiri though. She's forever be attractive to me with that big booty, right? So somebody said Vado was smashing both of them. That I was getting ready to insinuate that maybe he might have had relations with both of them, whatever, and this might be over some ding, you know. Who knows? That's all alleged. I don't know. But let's get to this. So Mary J. Blige is being sued by longtime friend and stylist Misa Hilton over allegedly derailing Vato's career and forcing him to back out of a management deal. An explosive report on Tuesday. Shout out to Chuck over there, All Hip Hop. They revealed that Hilton is accusing Mary and her company, Beautiful Life Productions, of interfering with a signed management agreement between Vato and her company, Misa, which is Misa. Now, why would Vato go into a management deal with Misa? Now, I know she's puffy baby mother. She been in the industry a long time. And she do got some connections. But her managing Vato career on top of her styling and fashion career, me personally, I wouldn't hire Misa as my management. She got way too much other things going on. Now, she can get you some endorsement deals and things like that. Some fashion, she could get some clothes bought for you and all that. But to sign to her under management for those reasons, I wouldn't, as an artist, I wouldn't sign to Misa. Not that I have anything against Misa and that she don't know business, but management ain't been her thing as far as I know since I've known her. According to the docs, Hilton and Vato signed their deal in July 2023. Even more of a reason why I'm not letting Misa manage me in 2023. It's over. Her resources is over. Most of her connections are dead. You know, rest in peace, you know, Andre Harrell and all these other people, but most of her connections is dead or not even in the game no more. So to sign to her for a management deal in 2023, like she's running around with a roster of artists that is prospering, is I'm signing her in hopes to get some booty. According to the docs, Hilton and Vado signed a deal in July 2023, which reportedly granted her company 20% of the Harlem's rappers' earnings, which is standard 20%. That's not a lot. He then signed a distribution deal for his music in October of that year with Mary J. Blige's Beautiful Life Productions. Wait. How is he signed to Misa? And then he signed a distribution deal with Mary in October of that year. So July, August, September, October. So 3 months later, he signs with Misa, and then he does a deal with Mary. Well, if he signed with Misa and she's his management and she's managing this great, he can't do a deal with Mary without Misa being involved. So he's causing the problem right there. But by July of 2024, a year later after the contract, he had reportedly finished his album. But Hilton alleges that Mary then threatened to shelf it and block his touring opportunities if he didn't break his management contract. She also alleges Mary persuaded him to break the deal by courting him on private yachts, at exclusive events, and more. And that main reason was because Mary's security chief, who was also named as her boyfriend in the suit, wanted to manage Vado himself. Vado might be out here slinging ding ding for deals. Allegedly. I'm just joking. Hilton alleges she has evidence in the form of private messages from Mary to Vado and argues that the singer's actions left Vado in economic servitude, unable to earn income or repay advances tied to his recording deal. She's seeking $5 million in damages for breach of contract, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships, as well as injunction to prevent further disruption from Blige or her company. Mary J. Blige was also indirectly involved in a lawsuit last year, though it was her 1992 classic Real Love at the center of the issue. Tough City Records filed a complaint last April accusing Universal Music Group's publisher division of copyright infringement for allegedly using an unlicensed sample from 1973 funk song "Impeach the President" by the Honey Drippers on Mary J. Blige's track. The song, with its iconic drum break, has been sampled hundreds of times by countless hip-hop artists, including Tupac, Biggie, Run DMC, Dr. Dre, and millions more. Goddamn, use "Impeach the President." Well, I don't know how to look at this. Well, ultimately, there shouldn't even been no business done without Misa being involved in the distribution deal with Mary J. Blige. Now, if she was involved, then she gonna have a tough case. This is gonna be a messy one. I think that they so close that unless Misa's really hurt and feeling being betrayed or whatever by Mary, I don't see this going all the way through. I think either one of them or the other kiss and make up, and they will settle out of court or drop the lawsuit. Mark my words. This is not going to go all the way through to the bitter end. I guarantee you. Watch. They'll make up. They too close for it. They too close for it. All right, let me get to the Fat Joe. Now, if you was tuned in last week, or I don't know, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? I had on the show former TS member, Cuban Link, and TA the Legend. And of course, they have their gripes with Fat Joe right now. And as I explained to them on the show back then, that I don't have a beef with Joe as they have a beef with Joe. Joe called me these Rockefeller bum niggas on YouTube, or former Rockefeller, whatever he said. And I threw my jokes and shots at him, which landed him a deal at White Castle with a sloppy Joe sandwich. Right? So, more recently, Fat Joe has fell under scrutiny by going on Math Hoffa and calling black people broke niggas, referring to the FBA guys. This action caused him to go viral and kind of damaged his brand in today's sector of hip hop, where people are just getting a little tired of Joe coming up with these stories and, being comfortable disrespecting black people with the N-word. Whether he's saying it is a term of endearment, it's starting to come off a little bit. It sounds abrasive coming from him as a grown-ass man and just throwing it around like that. It borderline looks like a spoof, right? Hold on, I need to blow my nose. So when TA and Cuban Link came on the other day, they was taking shots at Joe or whatever. And then at some point in the show, TA was making allegations about Joe, and I kept asking him to chill, right? And I kept telling him to chill because, one, I'm not trying to get in no lawsuit, you know, because of you making allegations against this man. Two, if you saying what you saying is true, why didn't you go to the precinct? Is what I kept asking him. Y'all heard me say, yo, go to the precinct. Don't get up on the internet and say it. If he committed a crime that you feel was so horrendous, go to the precinct, right? You know, same way I tell women, you know, I mean, not I tell women, but like in the allegations with these women, you know, it's the same thing when they make accusations, like the girl with Shannon Sharp. You know, for 2 years she dealt with him and said that he did this, that, and the third, but there's not one police report. You know what I'm saying? If that stuff happened, go to the precinct, make a police report, right? And that's what I was telling TA. If Joe did if any of what you saying, don't get up on here and say it and slander him. Go to court. You know what I'm saying? So when we said whatever he said on here, on my platform, or other platforms, or whatever, you know, my thing was, yo, don't say it, you know, as an allegation. And he sat there and said that he witnessed it. And then I'm telling him, yo, you don't even want to say that. See, you know what I'm saying? Because if you witnessed it, that makes it even worse, right? So I took the show down because one, I didn't want him to get in trouble. Two, I'm not going to sit there and let nobody slander Joe or anybody on my platform like that. And it could get them in trouble. That, let alone anybody. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it did. He said he didn't care. 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 You know what I'm saying? And no matter how much I tried to warn him, you know, on a legal level, to just not go there. And if so, if you're gonna go on a legal level, then go to the precinct, right? So now, what has been revealed is that TA has a lawsuit against Fat Joe. So prior to TA coming on my show, he had a lawsuit, I'm assuming, with Joe. Because what Joe is stating here, and his lawsuit is that TA is alleging that he like him young only as a shakedown in the lawsuit. But let me get into it. Let me read what's going on here. Fat Joe has filed a hefty lawsuit against his former hype man for slandering him on social media, claiming the guy and his lawyer are trying to shake him down for a payday. TMZ Hip Hop obtained court documents filed by Joe on Tuesday, which is today, in which he claims his former hype man, Terrence T.A. Dixon, is trying to collect money he didn't earn and resorted to publicly calling the rapper a pedophile on social media when he didn't get his way. The suit filed by Joe claimed Dixon flew a 16-year-old girl across state lines for sex and posted the allegations along with a picture of Joe, Diddy, and Khaled. Wait, the suit filed by Joe claimed Dixon flew a 16-year-old girl across state lines for sex and posted the allegations along with a picture of Joe, Diddy, and Khaled. Did they write that wrong, or is they trying to say TA flew the girl across state lines? Joe's legal counsel claims the allegations were made as a part of a money grab generated by Dixon's attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, who's also representing Diddy accuser Little Rodney in a separate case. And they got screenshots of TA's Instagram, calling Joe the P word. The lawsuit details how Joe and Dixon began working together in 2006, when Joe offered him a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be a part of his team, complete with compensation, luxurious travel, touring, and other fringe benefits that accompany being in a superstar rapper circle. Joe says the partnership ended amicably in 2019 and says he never heard any money complaints for 6 years until Dixon began posting on social media with complaints he should have been paid for more. He should have been paid more for his past work. He says Dixon lawyered up with Blackburn in March and fired off a legal demand letter asking for compensation as a ghostwriter on several of Joe's tracks. When those demands weren't met, Fat Joe said Dixon upped the ante by spreading salacious lies about Joe and falsely claiming Joe blocked him from obtaining outside funding for his own record label to start up. Blackburn tells TMZ the new lawsuit is just a cover-up to attempt and is a cover-up attempt and isn't backing down, saying Joe filed a baseless lawsuit in an effort to soften the blow of what's to come. It won't work. Fat Joe has a lot of explaining to do. Fat Joe fiercely defends his name, telling us these allegations are completely false and a part of a criminal conspiracy orchestrated between a disgruntled former hype man and his attorney. These two individuals have been scheming together to extort me with their elaborate and ludicrous demands changing by the day. The relentless threats, harassment, and defamation I've endured as they peddle salacious lies and utterly deplorable. I'm taking legal action to expose their misconduct, and I'm fully confident that the facts will reveal this is nothing more than a deceptive and desperate scam. Fat Joe's celebrity attorney, Joe Topicani, I don't know how to pronounce it, Joe, sorry, is slamming the lawsuit altogether and tells TMZ the allegations against Mr. Cartagena are completely false and part of a criminal extortion scheme orchestrated by an attorney who a federal judge recently condemned for abusing the court system to harass and pressure defendants. Mr. Cartagena will not be intimidated by fabricated claims, lies, and witnesses or shameless threats. We are taking immediate legal action to expose this fraudulent scheme and will hold all parties responsible fully accountable. Tacopina also sent Blackburn a cease and desist, reminding him of his recent misconduct. A judge warned him over in the Diddy lawsuit. So, Now, before they hit me with a cease and desist, I'm going to do myself a favor and remove the videos, right? Well, I don't have any. I took it down anyway. But the videos that I did have up, I didn't put none up with him with those allegations, but I got the message. if he sent the lawyer cease and desist, you ain't gotta send me nothing. Don't worry, I'll take it down. Right? But I tried to warn TA. There's sometimes when you let your emotions get the best of you, it ain't the best thing to do. Sometimes, if you got a lawyer handling your situation, let them work. You know what I'm saying? Just let them work and shit. So I'm pretty much sure that Fat Joe put this lawsuit in because I guess TA was making waves. Maybe he was getting traction, and I don't know if because he's been saying this for a while now on different platforms, on social media, on his Instagram. So for Joe to take action right now, legal action, he's trying to get ahead of it. But this could go either two ways. For one, now that Joe is suing TA, it opens the door for depositions. It opens the door for witnesses to be called. It opens the door for a lot of stuff that it can hurt TA, but it can hurt Joe. If he could go and prove that Joe was dating this girl that he's alleging, or if this girl comes forth, Joe ass is cooked. You hear me? Joe ass cooked, in the way that TA is acting on adamant and going, postal about it. Joe really just opened the door for him to have to really sit down in the deposition with TA and all TA's evidence. And Joe gonna have his evidence that he never dated this girl or anything like that. And that can get very tricky. That could be a real slippery slope in this lawsuit. So I don't know. But I tried to warn TA to just, if you're gonna go, if you're that emotional about it, go talk to Joe in the streets about it. Or go to the precinct. But he got his lawsuit. Joe is, I guess, countersuing because TA sued him first, according to the TMZ documents. I mean, the TMZ news report. TA already had a lawsuit. So this lawsuit is really Joe trying to say, oh, TA lying about his lawsuit. So we'll see what happens. But I think more what Joe is worried about now is the defamation of character that can ultimately the alleged defamation of character, because I don't know if TA is telling the truth or not. I don't know if Joe's telling the truth or not. But they now will definitely get they in court. And that can get very tricky, like I said. But Joe's countersuit is to definitely try to clear his name before he be Diddy or before he be R. Kelly. Because we know how that's the new formula now. You get on the internet, you say the incriminating things, Homeland Security, get a wind of it. They swoop down and hit you with the indictment. And then next thing you know, Joe is Diddy, Joe's R. Kelly. So he's trying to save himself by having a counter lawsuit saying that these allegations against him are false. But now they're going to have a day in court. Now TA is going to have to pull his receipts, you know, and if he has receipts to prove what he's saying, not only is he going to get paid, but then that might make the girl come out and be like, oh, this nigga TA got paid off of me, or I need to get paid off of me. And then oh God, this right here, as bad as it may be, or TA may feel like it may be bad that Joe is suing him, I guarantee you TA lawyer is happy. This is exactly what we wanted. Now he said he paid you. He's going to have to show that he paid TA. If he said TA is being a disgruntled employee and he didn't get paid, or he got paid and they left on amicable terms, now Joe's going to have to show the receipts where he paid him. He's going to have to show where he compensated him for ghostwriting. Oh God. Yeah. So as I said, any of those videos that if they talked about Joe in that way, I already removed them, but I'm going to double check to make sure they go on. You know, I don't want to get subpoenaed. I don't want cease and desist. You ain't got to cease and desist me. I'm going to cease and desist myself. Okay? Right. But like I said, even when we was live, you know, I sat there and said that wasn't the thing, and I took it down. So according to the lawsuit, it ain't just based on the live that was done here. It was also Instagram and other interviews that TA has done. But either way, they get ready to go to court. They get ready to go to court. If TA is not happy about this, I don't understand why he would be upset if what he was saying is even half the truth. He got an opportunity to get his day in court and get his paper. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, if he didn't really get compensated, he has a great opportunity right now to prove Joe wrong. And God forbid, you know, if that nigga proved Joe wrong in the civils lawsuit, Joe better get ready to hire a criminal attorney. Because if that nigga TA prove him wrong, and God forbid this girl comes in court, oh, you talking about Joe paying out the ass? Oh my God. That girl come to court, it's over. It is over, bro. That girl's in a good position. I tell you that. Everybody gonna start looking for her ass in a second. Now that Joe put this lawsuit in, watch. The media, they gonna be at her. TA gonna be at her. Lawyers are gonna be at her. They can watch. This lawsuit has gonna open a can of worms for Fat Joe and TA. Because they both gonna be trying to prove they not lying. And the worst case for Joe is if this alleged girl comes forth and say, "Oh yeah, that's true," Joe bank account will be empty because he gonna have to pay TA out, and then you know that girl going right to file right after she see TA get a check. She going to get her money. But we'll see, man. We shall see. Choke No Joke. Learn from Mistakes 2 is out right now, y'all. Please go get that and tell me what's your favorite songs in the comment section, so I know what videos I need to shoot. I need your help with that. Please help me out with that. The album link is right there on YouTube if you want to listen to it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Follow my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube music page. All right. Choke No Joke, you already know. That's the evening news. Fat Joe sues TA the Legend, and TA the Legend sues Fat Joe. Let's see where it goes. BX. It's a war in the Bronx. Peace.
Choke No Joke, Jack Brown. Yeah, now. Choke No Joke, Jack Brown. Yeah. This what ATL in New York sound like. Let's go. Y'all hating ass niggas, I see y'all. Choke get busy, that's why I got the crown. Hate in the air. You clowns, I see the envy that you breathe, jealousy. What you need is your own damn hustle. Stop worrying about mine. Nigga, I'm popping cause I put in time. Came out modeling, camera in hand. Still get busy with the mic in hand. Streets pulled out, niggas got sprayed. Niggas turn on you when they see you get paid. The intimidation in your face. Where's the love? What's taking place? You want my gold and my ducats, cause my money overflowing out of buckets. Shot him in public, made people holler. Scar on his face for the money and the power. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 The truth in the industry made me the game had me fooled, got in, was young. Thought talent made you rich, damn, was dumb. More to make, cake from crumbs. You gotta be sweet, G or native tongue. My heartbeat went into overload when Larry tried to turn me into a mole. Told me show my curly to the CEO. I didn't think it's funny, so his jaw hit the floor and grabbed that chair that broke his back. Then realized that's a hate attack. Harassment comes assault, you in the maze. No way out, like Puff and Mace. Touch me, tease me, I catch a case. Nigga, you ain't straight as your poker face. Father law God, in that game I fold. This sun don't tick, demon time don't hold. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 truth in the industry made me the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. Choker. On the ones and twos, choker. What y'all want to do? I'm here now. See the wall, stand up. Shout out to the bomb squad.
Choke no joke, y'all already know. Learn from mistakes. Part 2 out right now, man. Shout out to Jack Brown. Shout out to DJ Toon. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jay Morin. Shout out to rest in peace, Grego. You know what I mean? Y'all know what it is. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes 2 is out right now. Make sure y'all go get that on all digital platforms, even YouTube. You heard? This one's called Conspiracy. It's called Conspiracy.
Conspiracy, you never knew it would happen. Conspiracy, you didn't do the trafficking. Conspiracy, got caught up for ratting. You didn't touch nothing. How could this happen? Conspiracy is one of the hardest charges to beat. Like the American gangsters, also defeat. When it comes to the alphabet, boys, FED, you think you safe, cause you never touch the street. With the rocks or the heat, never pitch your crumb. Flip like a triathlete, I bet I repeat. Never blaze the heat, cross bead that meat. Never meet the maker of the creator that sent you to the creator. Spit pies like equator, no faker. When it come to achieving this paper, can't hate on something not in your presence. Quick lesson to those who get my message and take it for the blessings that they are. Never floss your riches to be a star. That get the bulb lit and get you locked behind bars. Like those before you did it, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he touched the sky. Admitted to the lieutenant that he was the guy. Not knowing that the FBI was pressuring the guy. With good cop, bad cop, lies and talking about how much time he reside. But he agreed to be wired and sold out his OG. And got him hit with conspiracy. They say you don't have no evidence, but it's the truth. Don't think if you don't touch it, it won't touch you. Conspiracy, never knew it would happen. Conspiracy, you didn't do the trafficking. Conspiracy, you got caught up for ratting. You didn't touch nothing. How could this happen? Conspiracy, you never knew it would happen. Conspiracy, you didn't do the clapping. Conspiracy, you got caught up for ratting. You didn't touch nothing. How could this happen? Son woke up thinking it was a dream. Fuck! I don't know how those charges stuck. I don't know this duck. 3 days for what? Transporting in the cell, in the feds, they can talk. I did everything right. Studied the game like Mike. Got championships for filling pipes with white. Variously getting them high like Mike. Jumping from the foul line. Did it better than those in my time. Who chose to shine? That wasn't a characteristic of mine. Did it like Cal Klein, A. Rich and Poe. Kev Chow's only difference is nobody know that I was the cash flow behind the hustler's glow. Didn't care who knew, as long as I know that I shine. Illuminate the whole show. But bummy like AZ with the baddest hoes. You furred out like Frank, they on you like doodoo on steak. I'm steady hitting the ball out the park like Hank. I'm stacking bank like Morgan Chase. Never think that a combo be a conspiracy case. Conspiracy, never knew it would happen. happened. Conspiracy didn't do the trafficking. Conspiracy, you got caught up for ratting. You didn't touch nothing. How could this happen? Conspiracy, never knew it would happen. Conspiracy, you didn't do the clapping. Conspiracy, you got caught up for ratting. You didn't touch nothing. How could this happen? Sun was great when it came to the paper chase. That one bank couldn't even hold his base. Always kept it original, never fake. Like bathing apes, a king like Pun sealed his fate when he chatted what it do about his case. Not later knowing it be a conspiracy case. Ain't see nothing happen, but knew his face. The law on his points in the Fed, he got him slayed. So if you in the cell and you think a dude is true, talking about your case is something you don't do. Especially if we talking about federal. The only person that you trust is you. Okay, conspiracy.
Joke, no joke. Yeah. It's joke, no joke.
Do you have family or friends that want to put money into your deals, but you don't know the legal way?